guys, how y'all doing? Cosmic Carry here, rolling out my AMX 1357 on Prok, and of course, when you're in a light tank and you're on Prok, you're guaranteed the gold mastery, aren't you? Aren't you? Aren't you? Aren't you? We shall see. Having said that, I'm in the 1357, which has a fantastic autoloader, potential damage of 720 damage, and what is it, 90 alpha per shot, pumping it all out in the space of 8 seconds. It does have a top speed of 60 kilometers per hour, which is really decent for a light tank. But here's the drawback: this tank sucks when it comes to power to weight ratio. And what exactly does that mean? For those of you that don't know, is your acceleration. Your acceleration basically absolutely sucks. So if you're tracked, or if you slow down, or if you stop even for a millisecond, for you to get back up to that top speed, it's just going to take you forever, and you basically, you have to allow for that, you have to compensate for that, you have to think ahead for that, you have to be even more extra cautious. And you can see me doing what I normally do when I'm in a light tank, but at the same time there's a little bit of extra caution. I'm not being as bold, and the moves aren't as dangerous as they normally are, because I'm fully aware. You can see as I'm going uphill, it's kind of like the tank is struggling. For those of you that have this tank, you know what I mean exactly, but for those of you that don't and are considering buying the tank, you know, maybe it's in the tech tree, I can't remember if it is, you definitely need to take this into consideration, because if you take a look at the stats and you see top speed 61, I think it was, kilometers per hour, you think, oh, it's a fast light tank. It is, but the power to weight ratio, and I'm guessing this is a balancing factor, compensation for it having such an amazing autoloading gun, because quite frankly, if it had fantastic power to weight ratio, or even normal power to weight ratio of a tier 7, did I say this was a tier 7 light tank, it would be OP as hell. It would be just crazy OP. And so you have to compensate for this by playing a bit more cautiously, a bit more carefully, not as daring, if you want to survive to the end stages of the game. And thankfully for me, the enemy lights are all dead. First things first, that is always a big plus, a big bonus. Sorry, I hit the mic there. And my compadre, my light tank, he's dead as well, which is kind of good, because it means I can hog all the spotting damage. But I would have preferred to hit him not die, absolutely. And gun depression is an issue, and yeah, there's a lot of stuff on the tank that is an issue, that is a problem. Mr. Craft Panther, he kind of knows that I'm here, even though I'm not lit up. And I'd like this guy off the board, because he has this fantastic gun. The Craft Panther isn't that great, but the gun is just blistering fast. It's just like mega fast, and he can pump a whole bunch of shots into me really quick if I'm not careful. But luckily he gets taken out of the game, which is what I want, which is what I need. Now we're going to move back over here, because my compadre is behind me. You can see there's a whole bunch of them, and they need somebody to light the reds up, and that's what I'm going to attempt to do. You can see I'm not cresting the ridge as deep as I normally would do, because I know what this tank can do and what it can't do. We're doing really well. We've accumulated already 4k assisted damage. I've done myself just 161 damage myself. My team could have kind of pushed up a little bit more, I would say, getting some beautiful shots into the Stura middle, very easy to pen. but at the same time I was risking it a little bit there. I was exposing my tank a little bit too much. The Tiger P to my right is going to be a problem. I can only pen him on the side, but you know, but once I get in there, yeah. So can I? And he gets taken out. So we get to go with the Tiger P. Thank you very much, whoever that was. I do signal. And can I move into the bowl? You know, that's the thing. Get some nice shots into the Stura mill. Just working. Death of 1,000 needles. Death of like the E25. Just death of 1,000 needles. And before you can react, before you know it, it's like, oh, I'm dead. Or, oh, I've lost half my hit points. This stage in the game, all I'm looking for is to move into the bowl ahead of me. Can I move into the bowl ahead of me? And then I can proceed to light up the rest of the reds, which are kind of dropping like flies, let's be frank. The ice 2, can we go in now? Keep in mind there's still one piece of artillery. I'm not expecting anything fantastic from those shots on the ice 2, but what the hey, you go for it. And I did manage to pen 1 or 2, so that's good. Pardon me, I burped. And can we finish him off? We've developed a substantial lead. All I'm thinking about right now is Artie, and then Wolf. There we go. Talk about Artie, jinx it, and Artie shell appears and poof, plonks right down next to you. Okay, come on. Yeah, that's good. And we're good to go. We're good to go. In the blink of an eye. Can we take it out the ice too? I don't have enough shells loaded, you know, to finish him off, but possibly maybe I can get some decent shots into him. Maybe get the finishing kill. Yeah, there. Yep. No. His gun traverse is gonna let the turret traverse is gonna let him down. So we're good to go. Artie, leave me be. And I kind of misjudged where the Artie shell came from. I thought it was kind of sort of in the middle. Then I realized we have a heavy tank taking the base. He can't be over there. Kind of scratching my head, and eventually somebody signals, he's over there, mate. Oh, okay. Lovely jubbly. We have a whole bunch of premium shells loaded, ready to take out artillery, even though I don't need it. I forgot to mention this tank has a really decent reload. It's just like 10-15 seconds. And we get the kill on Artie, which is always a bonus, and it's my only kill. And yeah, didn't need to do that, but I did. So will I get gold mastery? That is the question. I'm not sure. Do I have a gold mastery on this tank? And a nice bit of silver, 50k, and no gold mastery, which is kind of odd, because that's 5.6k combined and half the enemy team detected, and I should have done more, I guess. Yeah. Take it easy, guys. Adios, muchachos.